Hello and welcome to my first shotgun build video. So this is aimed at very hard mode. The damage scaling is skewed against you, so shotguns are a decent weapon for very hard mode. Essentially enemies take less damage, you take more damage, so shotguns can be good. But let's go over my character first. So for passives, for traits, I went with alien DNA for more health and oxygen. The healing I receive is less effective, but having more base health and more oxygen means more sprinting. More health means more durability. And as a shotgun build, you're going to be usually in close to medium range, so that can be helpful. Wanted is nice because dudes will just randomly appear and attack you, and you can just kill them for free XP and free mastery towards unlocking perks. You can also get free ships from this, so you can run this if you want to, if you want more combat, but this just helps you get your ranks up. Terra Firma, so health and oxygen are increased on the surface, but decreased in space. Most combat, I would say, when you're going to be using like your actual weapons and not in space combat, should be on the ground. Now, you don't have to run this, you can run whatever you want, but these are just the perks that I chose. I think alien DNA is decent here. The healing reduction kind of hurts, but not really, because you have more base health, so as long as you have enough healing items, the reduction in effectiveness isn't that big of a deal. So I did pick the gangster class, which I do regret. So you get two perks that don't really help you as a shotgunner. You get boxing, theft, and then shotgun 1, which does help you for the build, but ballistics and shotgun 1 do the same thing because shotguns are ballistic weapons. So you're better off running like soldier for this build because you get ballistics and you also get fitness and you get boost pack training. Now you want at least boost pack 1 as you level up because this gives you huge mobility, right? It basically gives you a double and triple jump. And in low grav situations, you have absurd mobility, and even in general, the double jump helps you get around. So this is something you want immediately. For the basic combat, I got up to shotgun 3. Now, I'm not sure if I even want this. Shotgun kills have a small chance to stun additional targets. This might be good, it depends on how high the chance is, but so far, I'd rather have damage. Ballistics 4 is really good, I'm about to get it. So I just need, 11 more kills with ballistic weapons, and then I can get my range increased on all of my ballistic weapons, including the shotgun, which would let you attack and range more effectively. So ballistics is good, shotgun cert is good. I got demolitions just to get into this tier, because I didn't want to wait. But, this actually works with the weapon I'm using, and you'll see why. So this actually does combo into the shotgun I'm running. Then I got targeting, increases accuracy and range when shooting without aiming. So shooting from the hip. So I'm going to level this up to as high as I can get it. Probably to rank 3. Now, rank 4, 10% chance to disarm target. Honestly, some of these rank 4s are kind of suspect. This rank 3 is fantastic. Greatly increased accuracy and range when shooting without aiming. That's amazing because when you ADS, like when you aim down sight, you reduce your movement speed. So being able to keep your movement speed and keep attacking is hugely useful. So I can't wait to get rank 2 and 3 on this. Then you can get rapid reloading, but depending on the shotgun you're using, it doesn't really matter. This is like an entry level build. Like this isn't like late game yet, so once we get to late game, I'll do like a follow-up guide. For physical, I have wellness. Now I could get, wellness 4. I'm at wellness 3 right now, and this just increases your max health. Increasing your max health is useful, so but basically your starting class should be anything with ballistics that also gives other combat traits. The gangster thing gives you shotgun 1, but you can just get ballistics and it's the same damage increase, and then just unlock shotgun 1 anyways. So that's what I recommend doing, because you just get these. You get theft, which I don't use, and boxing, which I don't use, so it's kind of like a waste. Soldier gives you boost for free and ballistics 1, I believe, and I think you also get fitness, and fitness is decent, 10% more oxygen, so that means more sprinting. All right, so right now I'm on very hard mode doing the red mile, which has really difficult, bulky enemies. Now let me show you this weapon I have. This shotgun is ridiculous. I found this on Neon from a vendor. I don't know if this is always there. It might be. In Fallout 4, named weapons like this were placed on certain vendors. So if you go to Neon City or Neon or whatever, there's a weapon seller in like the main hub that sells this. He sells it for like 13k or so. And this thing fires really fast, and it has random explosive rounds that deal huge damage. So let me just show you the power of this thing, and I'll compare it to this shotgun. So we'll go over to some super durable enemies. These are way more durable than most enemies. This is like a challenge thing. Against normal like humans, this thing just like shreds, like even this does, the coachman. All right, so there's the damage I'm dealing with this. All right, now let's check this out, the boom boom. This also counts as an explosive weapon when it explodes. I don't know why they're like hiding from me. There's like, they were rushing me earlier, now they're like hiding. Right, here we go, wait. Come on, where are you guys? Get over here, there you go. The explosion does an insane amount of damage. You have to be careful because you can kill yourself with it. So this is a very crazy shotgun. It uses cheap ammo too. It uses caseless shotgun ammo, which is both common and cheap. Now there are different shotguns that are good. Here, I just want to get out in the open. I don't want to get surprised in these woods here. These things, I think, one-shot me, so let's be careful. Here we go. As long as you shoot center of mass, you will deal pretty good damage. This thing is crazy. I highly recommend getting it. I'll go over this weapon briefly. And obviously, the better weapons you get, you want to keep. So this one, I was using this for most of my run. This will usually 2 or 1-shot headshot humans, aside from like boss enemies or enemies with like good armor. And it has cornered. This is a random drop, but I've been using the coachman in general throughout most of this run. And then I just finally got this thing, which is absolutely cracked. It shoots so fast. Like, look at the damage difference. 84 damage versus 92. This also increases damage as you're missing health, which I made use of. And then it has med theft and then demoralizing, small chance to demoralize. This is actually a fantastic shotgun. This is a random drop. There's also the old earth shotgun, which you can get on the frontier regions. This has good damage. I'll demo this really quick. Let's see. The ammo's harder to find. It's 12 gauge. I think it's like a Mossberg shotgun. I could be wrong though. So it has like a decent fire rate, so you can kind of like peek and shoot. Some of these enemies are kind of crazy, as you can see here. They're like blowing me up. But you can like peek and shoot. And you can also use multiple shotguns. So what I did before I had this shotgun was I used this. I would kill an enemy and then I would switch to this pistol or the Mossberg. You can also run different weapon types with your shotgun. So I found this item, or this weapon. You can use heavy weapons, they're quite good. It's called the Ashta Tamer. It's a rare heavy. I don't know if this is the name of it or if this is this in particular's name, but it's an explosive thing that uses 40 millimeter, I think it's millimeter XPL rounds. It has AoE damage, and randomly this also does fire damage. So sometimes I'll use this to like give myself some range to compensate for the shotgun. So like when using a shotgun build, your range is limited, so you usually want some kind of poke weapon. So I can have, you know, this like revolver. With this thing though, I usually just close distance gap. Like at this point in time, I just do this. Just like farm them. And then, you know, you have to run away from these because they'll one-shot you, so these enemies are crazy. But you can see the damage output. These are quite durable, difficult to fight enemies. As long as you track well. Ballistics also boost damage of other things like this. So this is 80 physical damage. You get this from joining the, not the Vanguard, what is it? The Lawgivers or whatever. Whatever the frontier dudes are. So here's this. So look at the damage outputs. This is 80 damage, I'm headshotting it. But shotguns are very powerful. And against normal enemies, they usually kill in like 1 to 2 shots, even on very hard mode. Against these things, you'll need something with more damage. And explosives are really good against these red mile things. So when this randomly explodes, it has a random chance to deal explosive damage. It's huge. Let's see, where is he at? Oh, it's right here. Alright, so there you go. So that's the build. So far, I would say it's pretty effective. Early on, it definitely suffered in certain areas when I was just using the Coachman. And you usually want to ADS and go for, like, line up clean headshots. But now that I have this thing, my style has played, like, dramatically, like the way I have to approach. I can just, like, run in and just blast things to death, whereas before I had to, like, you know, shoot, peek, reload around the corner, shoot, peek, and then, like, push. So it depends on the outfit, the weapon you get. But if you go to Neon and this is a placed thing that you can always buy, this boom boom, this is absolutely cracked. And it kind of breaks the game, honestly. It makes combat super trivial. Like if you're fighting a bunch of humans and the explosion triggers, it usually just kills them all or puts huge damage and staggers them. So it's just absolutely broken. It's only like 13k. So I highly recommend this thing. Otherwise, you know, you can run like a Coachman with some kind of like poke weapon that's ballistic, so you benefit from the ballistics damage. You could also run the old Earth shotgun, though the ammo is kind of hard to find, 12 gauge. It's just nice to have multiple weapon types that have damage scaling. And also keep in mind like range and accuracy. Now, I haven't upgraded these. Honestly, this thing probably doesn't even need upgrades, but if you go the upgrade routes, I feel like I'm not there yet. There's no reason to. But if you want to go the weapon engineering route, you're going to need science 4 to get weapon engineering, so you have to put 4 things into science. And most of these won't help you fight. The only thing that would be medicine. So if you want to get like medicine 4, so med packs, trauma packs, emergency kits restore 50% additional, 50% faster, and have a chance to cure an affliction. So this would be good, obviously. And it's not that hard to get. Like you're going to be spamming healing items no matter what combat build you're using, unless you're using stealth. So if you want to get this to rank 4 and then start going for weapon engineering so you can get more attachments, you can do that. That could be useful. But, I mean, you can't argue with 30%, really 60% more damage. So plus 60% damage, and then this also increases range. And then this increases hipfire accuracy. So like as this scales, I'll have huge hipfire accuracy increase while increased range from shooting from the hip. And then with the explosive shotgun I have, the explosions have a larger radius. I can scale their damage. I can reduce damage taken and then double all these bonuses. So then it's 50% more damage, 50% more radius, 50% less damage from explosives. So, all right, and then over here, let's see, gymnastics, combat slide, 15% less fall damage. Some of this could be useful. Some of these could be useful, but honestly, like just wellness and the damage boost is more than enough. But that's it for this one. This is my first build video. I'm going to be doing a pistol build next, so watch out for that. I'm going to play through at least like 20 to 30 hours on the character before I do the build video, and then I'll do a follow-up like late game, like to show the build late game. So I'll show it like 20 hours in and then like 40 to 50 hours in, like probably near completing the game. So yeah, thanks for checking this out. Definitely like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.